Today, we find ourselves in Bedford County, and that large, enormous building behind me is the Bedford Springs Hotel.
Hey, is that the place that we talked about a few weeks ago with the pyramid and President Jimmy B?
Well, it's not the place with the pyramid, but it is where James Buchanan stayed.
But that was our video with the pyramid.
It is, and we'll leave a link down below. But there were also 11 other presidents that stayed at this place, including Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson, no way. And guess what? You lucky dog, you got to stay there too.
I did.
So could you show me around?
I can. Okay, let's go.
We are the Funchasers.
Chasing history
at Bedford Springs Resort.
The Omni Bedford Springs Resort has over 2,000 acres.
2,000? Holy crap, that's huge.
It is huge. Well, they needed all that space for the golf course they built in 1895, I believe it was.
Did they even have golf back then?
As a matter of fact, they did. And it's claimed that the old course is one of the first golf courses made in America.
Wait, it's an old course? Do they have a new course?
No, they just call it the old course.
Oh, okay. And it's the first in America. That's cool.
Well, one of the first. There's a little bit of debate about who's first. But this 18-hole old course was originally designed by Spencer Oldham with later enhancements by A.W. Tillias and Donald Ross.
Well, Don Ross is my cousin.
Yeah, but Donald Ross designed golf courses all over America and Canada. And I don't think that was your cousin.
Oh, my cousin golfs.
Papa doesn't count.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, back to Bedford Springs.
Well, I thought that's what we were talking about. Fine.
This resort has something for everyone, but it all started out as just a group of mountain springs, a gathering collection. What do you call a group of springs?
A babbling brook, kind of like you.
Oh. Well, the springs that gave Bedford Springs its name have been flowing for hundreds of years, perhaps thousands, and the waters were first used by the Shawnee and the Iroquois Native American tribes who believed the springs had healing powers.
So, you're saying it's been there for a long time?
A very long time.
Huh.
Dr. John Anderson, entrepreneur that he was, saw the opportunity and purchased the property in 1796.
Wait, 1796. So it was after the Rev War.
Yeah.
And just after the Whiskey Rebellion.
That's
you did
true.
know that the Whiskey Rebellion happened in Bedford, right?
Whiskey Rebellion?
Come on.
Oh, I'm not real great with your history,
Oh,
but
my. Well, hey, do you think George slept there?
George Washington?
Washington, first president of the United States. You said all these presidents have slept
I've
there.
seen all the signs. He slept everywhere. Don't tell Martha.
Oh, poor George.
Well, getting back to Dr. Anderson, he began treating his patients with the spring waters in the late 1790s. And by 1802, the first bathing facility was constructed. And then, in 1806, the first hotel building, the Stone Inn, was built to allow people to extend their stay for weeks or even months.
Wow, that's a long time. Hey, I read something that Anderson built that first Stone Inn, and then a couple years later, he saw that people were really excited about coming there.
They were.
So he built another building next to it and put a bridge between. And then he built another building a few years later next to that and put a bridge between. And if you go in to the Bedford Springs Hotel, there's like all these different levels that go all over. It's kind of cool.
It's a sprawling place.
It is pretty
and
big spot.
The popularity of that resort has just grown and grown throughout the years. And so did the number of guest rooms, now over 200.
Wow.
Like 216 maybe.
Holy cow.
Many high of society's rich people took refuge in Bedford Springs. Folks like William Vanderbilt and Louis Andrew Carnegie.
So do you say Carnegie or Carnegie?
Mr. Carnegie, mostly, I think. And did I mention a dozen U.S. presidents?
How many?
Over 12.
No way. Huh. Seriously, I thought only Buchanan was the only president that actually stayed there. You know, Jimmy B. Remember, we did that other video.
We did the other video on...
I'll leave a link below.
Put a
It
link
was the
below on
Buchanan's pyramid
The
link.
pyramid,
Yeah.
yes, it's special.
It was special. Right. So, who were some of the other presidents?
Well, the first was Thomas Jefferson, and he was there at the Springs in 1819 when he was, I wanted to say,
Third president?
3 years old. But
No,
he was the third president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jefferson was in Bedford County. That's very cool. I'm in Bedford County a lot.
You are.
That's kind of cool. I was in the same spot as George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. It's pretty neat.
You get around.
And I'm old.
Possibly. In fact, Buchanan liked the resort so much, he spent a total of 40 summers here.
40? What the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great place, but wow.
Well, some
Didn't
people...
he go anyplace else? I guess not.
They say you can never go home again. There's your proof. During
Maybe he didn't have a home. I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know.
moving on.
During his time in office, President Buchanan declared Bedford Springs to be his summer White House.
Some are home and some aren't.
Well, that's true. The resort still displays Buchanan's desk and a copy of a transatlantic cable, the first one ever received in 1858 from Her Majesty Queen Victoria of England.
I like tiaras.
Oh,
Maybe I could be queen.
maybe you could.
I'm queen of this house. Okay, moving on.
Well, when you look at the resort today, it's hard to believe that it was closed in 1986
That's sad.
and fell into real serious disrepair. And making matters worse, 2 years after that, the property was seriously damaged by a sudden flash flood that poured through the first floor part of the building.
Oh, geez.
Finally, in 1998, a group of locals purchased the resort, the whole thing, for $8 million, hoping to get it restored. Then finally, in July of 2007, Bedford Springs opened its doors to guests again.
Oh, that's awesome. So
It is.
it was kind of sitting vacant for like 20 years, right?
Yeah,
I did read that in 1984 it was declared a National Historical Landmark.
that's true.
That's kind of cool.
And at one time in history, it was considered the most popular resort in all of America.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big deal.
Well, this place really is seriously awesome. So we've had the pleasure of staying there a couple times. John's been there twice. I got to stay once. And we had this deluxe king bedroom. Oh my. And when it says deluxe, it really, really means deluxe. Holy cow. There was so much room. You could probably play table tennis in this place. But it was decorated with these beautiful antique furnishings, this huge 4-post bed. Oh my goodness. It felt like you just stepped back into time the moment you entered the room. I was absolutely in love. It was gorgeous.
As much history as it had, the room also had a lot of modern necessities, including great self-service, available Wi-Fi,
Check.
a 32-inch flat-screen TV, mini fridge, Keurig coffee maker.
Very important.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And there were a decent-sized closet with a personal safe, 2 bathrobes, and an iron in case you needed to put a... What?
Like you ironed.
Oh,
Did you even notice it was there? Whatever. Iron.
The room also featured a beautiful, spacious bath decorated with marble floors and a granite vanity. It is luxury at its finest.
I think that the vanity was the most fun. It had these 3 little mirrors around. Oh, it was very, very awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. It was gorgeous. So Bedford Springs also has 3 restaurants within the resort. They serve everything from steak and seafood to, well, a simple coffee shop, right?
Right. I was there attending a conference, so most of my meals were prepared for me and served where we were meeting. But I have to say, if you're planning a meeting, a wedding, any special event, this place has the facilities and the staff to make your event awesome. The food was amazing.
I was just thinking it would be kind of cool to get married there again. Never mind. I know how you
it
do like
would.
food. I do know how you like food.
I do like food. Our group wasn't really that big, with just a few dozen guests, but they dedicated a full staff to keep our glasses full, the food well supplied, and looking beautiful throughout the meal. And the desserts, OMG, the desserts. So many wonderful, wonderful desserts.
What'd you have?
Does it really matter?
Yes, you're supposed to be on a diet.
Diet? Do I look like I... Oh, maybe I do. Well, at this resort, you eat first and ask questions later. How about that?
You do that at every resort.
No matter the season, you can enjoy a dip in the Bedford Springs magnificent indoor pool.
Go ahead, change that subject. That's
Well,
fine.
it just made me think of how great I look in a bathing suit.
Moving on.
Anyways, just relaxing by the pool. That calm blue water will calm your soul and renew your spirit.
It would. Hey, I know people that go down there for the spa.
You
and
do,
the
do you?
spa treatment. I was just thinking that might be nice to have that as an anniversary gift. Because, our anniversary's coming up in a couple
That
weeks.
would be so nice of you.
No, for me.
Oh, I thought you meant she's getting it for me. Is this a hint?
I suppose you
is
could
this a hint?
I suppose you could go to a spa.
After
They'll
four...
probably do your toenails or something. They'll do a feet thing. And
Seriously?
I'm thinking.
Anyway, that's what we did last year, I thought, actually. But we went to the hotel. We went on a ghost tour.
Look, I didn't get to go to the spa last year. No,
Hell.
no, you're misremembering. I didn't get to go to the spa. Huh?
Well, we saw it. It was the door was there.
Yeah, I got to see the spa. Right, you took me on a ghost tour where I could see the spa. Speaking of ghosts, did you see any ghosts this year?
Well, I didn't see any ghosts, but I had an interesting experience.
Oh?
Well, the first night I had all my gadgets plugged in and all the batteries charged.
He does have a lot of gadgets.
Then the next morning, my one alarm didn't go off, and I don't know why. I looked and the battery was completely dead.
Did you plug it in?
Yes, I plugged it in a couple different places. It was not working. And it bothered me when I got home. I thought the battery had actually died, but now after I plugged it in at home, it was fine. So I can only wonder.
Interesting.
Was it a ghost? Do you believe in spooks? Do you believe in spooks?
I do. I do believe in spooks. Okay, well, moving on, Mr. Ghost.
Most hotels these days have just a small lobby, maybe a little room off to the side where they have a continental breakfast or a little coffee. But at Bedford Springs, this place is from a different age. The lobby is so spacious. It gives you the feeling of stepping back into a simpler, more extravagant time. It's almost like walking into a millionaire's living room.
It is beautiful.
Guests are made to feel like they are the only people in the place. There's plenty of places to sit and enjoy the atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere.
Yeah, take time and pick out a cozy chair just to relax for a while.
It's a good book.
Yeah, well,
I have a good book that I
you're
wanna
there,
read.
when you're there, and you should go there, just allow yourself enough time to be in this place, actually be in it, to feel the history, and to understand why high society of the past and the present still call this place their second home.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. We know you have lots of options, but we sure hope you heard something that sounded like fun to you. If you learned something cool about our destination today, or just had some fun, please give us a 5-star review. That really helps keep our show alive. If you have a place you'd like the channel to explore, please leave a comment or send us an email at talesfromthefunchasers@gmail.com. Now, if you'd like to see the video version of this podcast, slip on over to YouTube and search TheFunChasers, The Fun Chasers. So until next time, guys, enjoy the journey, be nice to your fellow travelers, and above all, have fun. See you next time.